500 subscribers did not change your life. I'm sorry. I've seen a bunch of these videos pop up recently, and each one bewilders me more than the last. It's not because 500 isn't a lot of people, no. It's not because consistent creative flow and discipline aren't good for the soul, no. It's because these 500 subscribers apparently didn't affect your life at all until another 500 affected this girl's. I'm not sure if this is actually the first one or not, but this is the first of these videos that I saw, and the endless barrage of copycat thumbnails and titles around this one infuriate me, but unfortunately they don't surprise me. By the way, I'm Carny. Nice to meet you. Fellas, good to see you. Welcome in. Ladies, please have a seat. Take your shoes off, get comfortable. One thing to know about me is I actually used to manage a wildly successful TikTok account in 2021. One thing I learned during that time is that TikTok does one thing better than any other social media platform has before and maybe ever will again: trends. If you could only have one app on your phone to stay up to date on pop culture happenings, no doubt about it, it is TikTok. And an unfortunate side effect of this is all the young content creators are being fed these trends hand over fist on their For You page, and all those views and likes and comments, they start to look real appetizing, especially if you haven't had a video pop off or eaten solid food in 3 weeks.
Why wouldn't you have eaten solid food?
Like I was saying, when you're on a platform that demands you post at least once a day, a ready-made video concept honestly seems like an oasis in the desert for the modern day content creator. This situation has made its way to all the other content platforms now, since they all have short vertical content, and to be completely honest, I made peace with that. I accepted that as part of the new world of content, like the Gen Z Amerigo Vespucci that I am. But now I'm starting to see this mentality invade my safe space sanctuary stronghold of long-form content, and I'm not entirely thrilled about it, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I know I'm gonna sound old as hell when I say this, and at 28 years old in internet years, I probably am. But the whole point of this website used to be people would make all kinds of different content, and the ones who rose to the top were the ones who were the most unique, not the least. And I do want to make it clear, I'm not talking about being influenced by something. YouTube videos are art. Sorry, I'm getting water. YouTube videos are art, just like music and movies. So it makes sense if a Peter McKinnon fan's videos look a little bit like Peter McKinnon. If you like Becky and Chris, your videos are gonna be gray as hell. That's just how it is. It's all good. There's nothing to be ashamed of. What I'm talking about is this problem that I saw all the time on TikTok, and I really, really, really do not want to see it happen on YouTube. We're reaching kind of a critical mass point when it comes to niching down on all these content platforms that is not good for anyone. It used to be make videos. Then it became make videos about one specific thing. Then it became make the same type of video about that specific thing. And now it's becoming make the same video over and over and over again. I admittedly am a little bit biased about this because as a content consumer, if I saw someone make a really funny video, there's a really good joke in a video I see, and I subscribe to that person or I follow that person, I would be pretty disappointed if I saw every time they post for the next week that all their videos are just the same joke over and over again. And that's not a hypothetical. That is a real situation that I've been in a lot of times. I'd be willing to bet that you have too. And on the flip side, as a content creator, it honestly just kind of pisses me off to see everybody try to game the system to get as many views and clicks as they possibly can, all the while putting forth as little substance as they possibly can. Pardon me, but I think it's fucking lazy. So how does this relate to these videos I've been seeing pop up? This is the same mentality that ruins every TikTok trend, but somehow it feels worse. Because you know when someone makes a YouTube video as opposed to a TikTok, that it takes a lot more time, effort, and thought to do so. Most of the time. Some TikToks are pretty gnarly, and there's a lot of editing, I get that. But regardless of the platform you're on, if you're stealing someone else's idea, you're not only kind of robbing them of that idea, you're also robbing yourself of the time that you could have used to create your own idea. Call me optimistic or pretentious or naive or whatever, I don't care. I believe if you really look at the most successful YouTubers, they all had some original idea that people hadn't seen before that kind of jump-started their rise to the top. I think you owe it to yourself to try and find the ideas that you want to make. regardless of whether or not you've seen the concept work out for someone else before. Because regardless of the idea, you could still package a title and thumbnail in an interesting way to try to get someone to click the video. Think to yourself why you wanted to make content in the first place. If it's because you wanted to have a bunch of followers, then, you know, go for it, I guess. I don't really think that works long term, that kind of mentality. But I'm sure for some people it does, and I'm wrong. So if that's all you want, go for it. But if you do it because you like to make stuff, you should make the stuff that you like. Especially if you're an artist who kind of feels like you're being forced to make content by all these algorithms. If you are one of those people, I have some very good news. The algorithm does not control you. You control the algorithm. Seriously though, you do. If your feed is full of like, I don't know, tennis videos or posts or whatever, and you spend one night just really going ham watching a bunch of basketball content, the next morning, there's gonna be a crap ton of basketball content in your feed. The algorithm is not in a position of power. It's trying to do whatever it can to please you, its opinion changes at the drop of a dime, and it has no attention span. It's like a dog. If you are a creator and you find yourself making videos that are essentially the same concept and essentially the same title and essentially the same thumbnail as other people's videos, ask yourself, why? Why is it that you do this? Is it because you know you have a unique perspective on the topic? Is it because it seems like it would be a really fun video to make that you would enjoy putting time into? Or is it just because you're really exhausted because you've been putting so much time into this and you really just want to get a win and have a video pop off? I've been there. I really genuinely understand that feeling and I know why you would do it. I've done it too. But believe me when I tell you, spending all that time making things that you don't really care about, it just burns you out, regardless of if it gets views or if it doesn't. So please, take a look at your list of video ideas that I'm sure you have, and try to find the one that is like the most you out of all of them. Go make that one. I think you'll have a great time. Maybe it'll get a ton of views, or maybe it'll get 0. I don't know. But at least part of this creator thing has to involve the creation of your own unique ideas. Otherwise, you're just not really a creator. But I think we all have the ability to be. So I think we owe it to ourselves to try to be. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'm Carny. I talk about art and making it on this channel. So if you want to watch me do that more, please feel free to subscribe. Fellas, thanks for stopping by, and say something nice to the ladies on the way out.